You're watching Wake Up Today.
Well, his current tour, Jim Brickman Hits Live, makes a stop at the Hawai'i Theatre this Saturday with many awards to his credits, including #1 hits, of course, 2 Grammy nominations, and a pianist and songwriter. Jim Brickman joins us live this morning. Good morning, Jim.
Good to see you.
We got to start off with a fist bump.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so, I mean, where did I got the list of the awards. It was endless. 22 Grammy nominations. You've got top radio singles. What does it feel like? What makes it so special? What makes you wake up every day and say, here I go?
I think it's the way that people receive the music, the emotional connection that they make. I think it's really important as a songwriter to write things that people can feel deep in their heart. And the music has become sort of a soundtrack for many people's lives, whether it's a wedding or the birth of a baby in the hospital or a bubble bath or any of the things that calm you down. And I think that these days, so many of us just need that calm and something to listen to that just lets your mind wander and takes you away.
And just kind of just lets you relax and enjoy the music.
Yeah.
Now, you've been doing this for a while. And every morning when you wake up, now a lot of the viewers, a lot of your fans, including me, the Valentine, The Gift, these are some of your hits. Will you be performing any of them this coming Saturday?
Absolutely. The concert is called Hits Live. So if I don't, I think it's going to be a problem. But we also, in the show on Saturday, we do a live by request that is completely impromptu. So that if you wanted to hear The Gift and I hadn't played it yet, I would do it. So it's a chance for people to say, there's a favorite song of mine and I want to hear it. So that it's kind of not dependent on whether I decide to play it or not, which is great. We also have a sing-along that we record with the audience, and then we send that recording of that night to everybody who wants it as a thank you for being there. So it's very interactive, a lot of storytelling, very lighthearted. I have a special guest named John Tronis who's with me, Broadway singer, and that always adds to the beauty of the singing and the playing. And it's like a great escape that so many of us need with the chaos in the world, I think.
Yeah, music does provide that escape. You know, and I was thinking, you've been here many times, Kama Aina already, part of the Ohana. What makes you keep coming back to Hawaii?
There's such an appreciation for great songs of the heart. It's so funny because I always say everybody has talent here. Everybody can sing, everybody humming when you're walking down the street. I mean, I really noticed that. And so I think that emotional connection that music makes, there's such an appreciation for romance and beauty, which is not always that way. I think it's because of the romance and the beauty of the place.
Yeah, this is a one-of-a-kind place. Now, let's think outside the box. There's an artist up and coming. You've been doing this for a while. What piece of advice would you offer an up-and-coming musician?
Well, a couple things. First, say yes to everything.
Don't say no.
Yeah, if they want you and Chill to go to the interview.
Yeah.
You know, like, you have to believe that you have something to offer. And to really not only work hard, but understand that your music can mean something to so many people that when you perform it, you really have to be, to want to be there and to be connected to the audience so they feel like they know you, so that you have a bond.
The connection, always very important. Jim Brickman, this Saturday, man, fist bump it again. Hawai'i Theatre is going down. Of course, that show starts at 8 p.m. Hawai'iTheatre.com. Make sure you grab your tickets, and it's going to be a fantastic show.
Thank you so much. See everybody there.
Yeah, glad to have you back again. All right, well, stick around. Coming up, a quick check on those morning traffic conditions. And just ahead, bringing you the full forecast. Keep it right here. Wake up.